Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? This is RonnieMills coming to you around 10:30 Thursday night. Just got back from another open mic at East Bay Coffee, and I wanted to do kind of a manifesto, for lack of a better term, of why even start this whole thing on YouTube, what I'm about, who I am, and some thoughts that I've been mulling through today. Today's been an interesting day. I really felt a little beat up, I guess. Yeah, beat up. Mostly, I think it's coming out of comparison, wanting to be somewhere that I'm not now, which is horrible because I'm not being present in the moment and being grateful for where I am, because where I am now is not where I was this time last year. But, just to kind of be open and honest, today was a little rough for me emotionally, mentally, just going through a lot of thinking and a lot of, I guess, battling my inner demons and things of that sort. Yeah. I don't know what to say. The main thing that I guess took over my day is the thought of me living under my potential, which is a very scary thought. May 2013, my dad passed away from a heart attack literally 10 minutes before I got to call him, which hurt. And there's one thing that my dad always said to me and my brothers, but particularly to me, and he used to always say, Junior, I'm a junior, he said, Junior, you are very intelligent and things come really easily to you, and you are brilliant, but you are lazy. Which at the time kind of felt like a slap in the face, because I was like, well, I'm not lazy, I'm getting good grades. Coming up on my 29th birthday in July, I am starting to understand what he means by that. I've been living under my potential and not really knowing it. And I've just been thinking about this today, of how I think for the past year or so, actually back in 2015, I started this journey in music, in my music career, and I was doing all these shows and going around touring throughout California and Nevada, and it was awesome. But last year I took a break because of some family issues, and I really had to focus in on my family and kind of making that foundation strong. But I felt like I really was living under my potential. And now looking at where I want to go, and where I am now, the gap in between is horrible. I can literally close my eyes and I can see what my life and what I want it to be. I can see the dreams and goals that I've had since I was a kid. I'm a singer-songwriter. I've been writing songs and performing ever since I was 15, 16. But I'm just now starting to kind of find my leg and kind of understand what my voice is and what I want to say through the music that's coming out of me. But just recently I've been mulling over the idea of mediocrity, and I feel like where I am now, where my family is now, we're surrounded by people on a daily basis that are fine with being mediocre. And I don't want that to come off as, me being egotistical or anything else, but I really can't imagine my life living in such a small box and not really doing the things that I know that I want to do or that I dream about doing, about my family that we've dreamed together to accomplish. For this year, my wife and I, we've made this huge, I don't say huge, but we've made this list of things that we want to do for the year, whether that be spiritual, physical, relational, job-wise. And there are some things in there for myself that I've put in, and things that I've been wanting to do ever since I was a little kid that are really scary. So I'm just gonna put it out there, and that's why I'm putting these videos out now, so that I can document the journey, because it's going to be a very long journey. I know that I have a long way to go, but I'm willing to start. So this is my start. I want to be a singer-songwriter that travels the world, singing and playing music. And I've been so scared for the longest time. I've been so incapacitated with fear that I've not even taken the small steps to even put videos out on YouTube of me and my original songs or covers, or me at open mics. Like, that was for this year, that was a big step for me, to even go out and be able to share my music with people that I'm literally feet away from. It's been a very liberating process to do that every week. I want to do more of it. I plan on doing more of it. Bring you guys along with me on that journey as well, because my biggest thing is, I don't want to get to 65, 70, 80 years old and have regrets. I don't want to, be lying on my deathbed and wishing that I took the step, wishing that I went to the open mics, wishing that I actually tried to do what God put in my heart to do. And so, for this year, my wife and I have set our goals and our values at a certain level. Yeah, but I've just really been on that in that mindset of, I don't want to be mediocre. I don't want to live life normally. I've never been a normal person. Anyways, we were just talking to my wife on the drive to work this morning, and I was the guy that was walking around in kabuki, in the kabuki paint, literally, during the school year. I've always thought of myself as being different and not really knowing what that means specifically. But now, as I'm getting older, I'm learning what that means. Not being afraid of being different, not being afraid of being unique and standing out. No more mediocre. There's a lot of goals that I have set. I'll share a few. I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, and there are a lot of spots and theaters and places to perform that I've always wanted to perform at. One in particular being the Fox Theater, and the Warfield in San Francisco, and I'm literally blocks away from the Warfield, and so I really plan on, and within the next year and a half, being able to, share with you guys that I will be on the road and playing my first show at the Warfield, and eventually, within the next couple years, headlining my own tour that will be at the Warfield and at the Fox Theater in Oracle, which is a crazy thought. Like, to think that some dude from Richmond, California is performing at the biggest arena, stadium in the Bay Area. Like, that's a crazy thought, but it's something that I've dreamed about. I had a dream actually earlier this week. Yeah, the dream was very vivid, but I remember like thinking in my dream, like, man, this is awesome. Yeah, I want that for my life, and so that's what I'm going after. And I guess the biggest reason that I'm attempting, and I'm actually gung-ho about actually going for this, is because of legacy. I'm becoming more and more aware that legacy is huge. I have a 2-year-old daughter, and I have another child that's on the way, and I want my children to see my wife and I living passionately and doing what I want my children to do what they are passionate about. I want my children, like, if they want to be a lawyer, if they want to be an actress or an actor, or they want to be a firewoman, a fireman, or they want to open their own business. I want them to be able to see an example in their parents that yes, anything in this world is possible if I put my mind to it, and if I work hard, and if I do the things that I know that I should be doing, that anything is possible. And so I want my life to exude that, and I want my wife's life to exude that, and I want our family to be that example. So if this is any encouragement to, the 20 so viewers that I've had, or the 20 or so subscribers, start now. I mean, the stuff that I've put out isn't anything that's, most fancy thing in the world, but it's a start, and that was the biggest hindrance that the biggest thing that I feared the most, starting, and what would it be like, and I have to make sure that it's perfect, and I have to make sure that the sounds and everything that I put that I use for my music are like perfect. But there's nothing that's going to be perfect that you do ever. There's always going to be some improvement that you're going to want to do. So there's always going to be some area that you want to tweak, or something that you don't like about what you're putting out into the world. But there's something that's very liberating about starting and being committed to the process. It's a lot of work because being mediocre is easy, and you don't have to really work hard to be good at it. I know that it's going to take a lot of commitment and a lot of hard work, a lot of intention, a lot of prayer, to be able to take hold of those things to which I see in my mind. But I'm a true believer of the scripture that says that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, that God has a hope and a future for me, and that He's placed an investment within me, and He expects a return on that investment. And so thank you guys again for joining me on this journey. I'm going to be putting out some more music, definitely, and some more just about kind of behind the scenes of daily life, and a struggle to get to where I know that I want to be. It's going to be fun. There may be some tears, hopefully not by me, but maybe by me. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm excited. So, this is RonnieMills. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and hopefully this helped some of you to start. So, do it. Turn this video off and get started. Yes, you right there, get started on that book, get started on that business plan, get started on forgiving. Maybe you have to call mom or dad or brother or sister or your husband, or I don't know, whoever you need to get in contact with. But if there's one thing that I can leave you with, it's get started right now, because there's never going to be the right time to do anything. So get started. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.